We have our football insider, Farhan Lalji, joining us now. And we saw on Thursday night, and only in the CFL finish between the Argos and the Riders. Farhan, you had a chance to speak to some people in the league. What are they saying about how the game ended on Thursday?
Well, Laura, the reaction has been mixed. You know, I've talked to a number of GMs and coaches, and many of them want this rule gone, but I'm not sure that they're willing to fight for it, you know. And one GM said to me, this is a bit of a reactive league, so you never know what could spur that final reaction. 60 to 70% is kind of what I'm hearing, but this is not the first time this has been brought up at a rules committee type of setting, and I'm not saying it will be brought up again, but they've had this conversation before. This isn't new, and it's not about necessarily doing away with the rouge entirely, it's just about modifications, but the rouge is one of the sacred cow rules when it comes to CFL purists. Don't touch our 3 downs and don't touch our rouge, so I think it'll take a lot to move this.
The walk-off rouge. Farhan, do you think they should change the rule? And I guess the follow-up to that is, do you think they will change the rule?
I absolutely think they should change this rule, Laura. And again, I'm a rouge guy. I like it, and I like the fact that it creates some returns. And quite frankly, the missed field goal return is probably the most exciting part of it, because you're more likely, with all the old linemen on the field, to get an exciting play on a missed field goal return than you would be on, say, a kickoff return or a punt return. But guess what? They didn't have a chance to return this because it went through the end zone. And that's where I think the modification should happen. In the final 3 minutes of a game where they make other rule changes, which did impact last night's game. Other changes have happened in the final 3. You could do that here and just prevent any kick, whether it be a field goal, a punt, or a kickoff. If it doesn't have an opportunity to be returned, no rouge is awarded. I think it's an absolutely simple tweak. The last time we saw a walk-off rouge to win the game, October of 2022, Boris Beatty and ironically the Toronto Argos did it. It was brought up in Rules Committee at the end of that season, but ultimately they didn't change it. So to get back to your question of, do I think they will change it? I don't. I just don't think there's enough appetite to fight for it and deal with potential pushback. But I'll tell you this is low-hanging fruit for people who don't like the league. It is an easy fix, and you can get away from that kind of criticism.
As much as we like the rouge, I know the Rough Riders are not fans of the rouge on Friday morning, that's for sure, as their winless streak has now hit 5 games, 4 losses and a tie over that span.